Welcome! In this video, we'll show you how to set up data tables in Seamcor to support efficient traceability and stock control. We'll walk you through the process of setting up and adding a material batch to the data table. Please make sure you've watched the first part of this video series, as this video continues directly from part 1. Now, let's create a material batch with a more detailed data table setup for better traceability. Navigate to the Material Batch section. In this example, you can either use a preset task to create a new batch or add it directly to the data table. For this example, we'll add it directly. But first, let's take a closer look at how some of the columns are set up. Let's start by looking at the batch number column. This column is configured with the sequential queue functionality, which automatically generates unique batch numbers. This ensures each batch is uniquely identified. For example, you'll see batch numbers like 1050, 1051, and so on. Next, let's take a look at the batch name column. Here, we have used the text calculation functionality to combine the material name with the automatically generated batch number. The batch name will appear as something like this example. Now, let's look at the material column. This column is set up as a linked entity connected to our materials entity. This ensures we select the correct material from our pre-existing list, improving data integrity and reducing errors. Whenever linked data is used in data tables, it appears in blue text, making it easy to distinguish from other types of data. We've also added the supplier's order column. This links the batch to a specific supplier order that's been set up within Seamcor. It allows us to trace the batch back to the original purchase order, as shown on screen. Now, let's take a look at the suppliers column. Here, we use the pointer task type. This allows the batch to be linked to multiple entity categories, not just a single one like with a linked entity. This is especially useful when multiple suppliers provide the same material. It allows us to select multiple correct suppliers from our list. We record both the date received and the best before date for each batch. This is crucial for tracking product freshness and maintaining quality standards. We also record the quantity received for each batch, for example, 150 kilograms. This represents the total amount of material received in that delivery. Finally, let's take a look at the quantity available and QC hold columns. Both of these columns are set up with numeric aggregation values and have their relevant filters applied. These values are dynamically pulled from the batch segments table. As segments are created and usage is recorded, these columns automatically update, showing the remaining quantity of material in each batch and indicating if any segments have been placed on QC hold. Now, we'll add our material batch of fresh figs. We start by selecting New Item to begin capturing the material details. We enter the date received and set the batch status to active. Next, we select our material, fresh figs, and you'll notice the batch name is automatically generated. We then select our supplier from the list, followed by the supplier order, which we've already created in the relevant entity. Now, we'll set the best before date for the batch of fresh figs. Finally, we'll record the quantity received for the batch as 1,000 kilograms. We can now see the newly created batch displayed at the top of our list. While this setup offers a comprehensive view of our material batches, keep in mind that Seamcor software can be configured in a more simplified way to suit your specific needs. This advanced setup however, enables precise tracking and detailed reporting for enhanced traceability. Thank you for watching. Be sure to check out part 3 of this video series, where we'll explore the material batch segment data table setup and walk through the process of adding batch segments. Should you have any questions, please feel free to reach out and contact us.